because last night the streets of Westminster, if you were out and about, rumbled with the passage of dozens of tractors as farmers, we can see here, did a go-slow drive past Parliament in protest against recent trade deals.
I thought this was an interesting part of Politics Live, where Liz Webster, a protester protesting on behalf of farmers, came head-to-head with Tory MP Conor
that they say are undercutting farmers here. We're joined by one of the organisers of that protest, Liz Webster, a farmer and founder of campaign group Save British Farming. Why are you protesting?
Well, we've got three core issues that we're talking about, which is, as you say, the substandard imports, and also that these substandard imports can be labelled with a British flag if those products are processed or packaged here.
So generally, British farmers are being undermined and undercut, whilst the British public are getting fooled into believing they're buying British.
And we're calling for a food plan. Right now, with the Agriculture Act, it doesn't mention food, hardly. And we need that to protect and ensure food security and food supply.
So here's Tory MP Conor, watch his slimy attempt to pull the discussion over to other subjects. First, Liz's attempt to be a Lib Dem politician.
What do you say to Liz about the fact that they've been rotten trade deals post-Brexit and they're undercutting farmers?
Well, the interesting thing about Liz, who's a very effective campaigner, although not elected for the Liberal Democrats over a variety of roles over many years, is that she's incapable of seeing, and her campaign and all her tweets are all about the threat to UK farming from any trade agreements and not the opportunities to UK farming for very high-end premium produce that we're recognised for overseas in those international markets.
What a ridiculous idea! This seems to be the overall mentality with a lot of Tories. Adapt to the higher end of the market.
But in response to what you just heard there from Conor Burns.
Well, first things first, I'm no longer a member of the Liberal Democrats, so let's put that one to bed.
You still think Tories are capable of criminal greed and are evil?
Yes, yes, they are. Of course, Liz won't say that on air.
Let's focus on what I'm here to talk about, which is food and farming. It's not a party political point. I'm here and I've always been involved in politics because of agriculture. We are farmers. And I'm also a British person and I care about Britain. The reality is of where we are. There's trade barriers between us and our biggest trade partner. The thought that we would export all of our food that we currently export to Europe is for the birds. It just won't happen. But ultimately, where is your focus on Britain and the British people? We've got millions of people who can't afford to live at the moment. And farmers, and I can tell you now, because we were all together yesterday and we're united on this, we want to feed the British people.
Yeah, none of this high-end rubbish. Finally, let's just hear about the Australian deal.
The truth of the matter is this government negotiated a trade deal with Australia, which gives them absolute access to our market in 15 years with no quotas. And the former DEFRA Secretary, George Eustace, has been highly critical of this trade deal. And there's no access for British beef to Australia. I mean, this is beyond a betrayal. As a British patriot, the Conservative Party have totally and utterly betrayed
this is the
British.
Right, well, click here for more about Liz, Brexit and farming.